They are on the FDA drug shortage list, so they can be very difficult to find. And we don't have that problem. We're using a generic formulation, and we don't have any supply issues with ours.
What's up, YouTube? Ask Auntie Buffie. What's up? We
Hello,
left Instagram was tripping. So we know y'all know what it is. What's up? All right, let's see, more questions. Let's see your dog. Well, you see one. This other one, I have to keep busy, like a little kid. So for the people in the comments that are like, can she quit throwing that ball? No, I can't, because if I quit throwing the ball, the live is gonna be over. He will sit here and bark. Let me see if I can catch him. I cannot. Jumpy. They want to see you.
Come here. Look. Say hi, and then you
say hi, then you go back to playing. He is 8 years old, but is like a puppy, and is very active. And if I stop throwing this ball, it's gonna be a problem. So this is why I'm being annoying and throwing the ball, y'all. Otherwise, we ain't gonna handle live. Okay, this is our life. He knows it's the weekend, and his dad is home, and they're supposed to be outside throwing the ball. All right, thank y'all. Welcome, everybody from YouTube. We appreciate y'all. Come on through. Dr. Purselle, could you tell everybody once more what we're talking about? There may be some new people that are coming aboard on TikTok as well. What are we discussing today? And Dr. Purselle, we had discussed working on our posture. So
working on our posture. I know it's tough when I have a little dog here, a big dog in my lap.
Just remember.
But we are talking about our weight loss program through rejuvenatetms.com, soon to be transitioned over to mrsmd.com or mrsmd weight loss. But we have a comprehensive program to help people lose weight and keep that off and change their lifestyle so that they can lose the weight, feel better, and maintain that and have a healthier life. So we do a variety of different things. One of the things that most people are interested in are the medications, and medications that we are providing are semaglutide, which is the generic for Ozempic or Wegovy. And we also have tirzepatide, which is the generic for Mounjaro and their new weight loss brand, which is Zepbound. Really don't like that name, but you know, hey, they didn't add me on the focus group, so I had no input. So we have the meds available, but we also do a number of things. We usually recommend a low-carb diet. That's going to be a good diet for most people. Not everybody can do that. If you have a lot of kidney problems and the like, that may not be the best diet for you. But for most people, a low-carb diet can be very effective at helping get weight down and maintaining it. We also have an exercise program that starts low intensity and it works up over the course of 12 weeks. And it's a combination of some cardio, some stretching, and some strength training. And so we have that we offer. And then we have a coaching program with Dr. Miyasha Dancy. She's an internal medicine doctor and has certifications in fitness and in nutrition. And she can meet with you on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis, depending on what you're interested in, and help you with motivation and kind of keep it on track. And she can also work with you on, if you want a very customized meal plan or a customized exercise plan, she can work with you on those things to develop that. If you are in Georgia, we offer cognitive behavioral therapy with our therapist, and he's only licensed in Georgia, so that's why we can't do it outside of Georgia. But if you're outside of Georgia and you're interested in cognitive behavioral therapy, look for somebody in your area that is licensed there and make sure they do cognitive behavioral therapy, and especially if they have experience doing it in folks who are trying to lose weight and can help with like food cravings and food choices and things like that. And then also, if you're in Georgia and you can come to the office, we have transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is using an electromagnet to stimulate areas of the brain. The areas that we are stimulating for weight loss are the prefrontal cortex and the bilateral insular cortex, which kind of sits around here. And we know that by doing that, we can really help with food cravings and help add the number of pounds that come off in addition to the diet and exercise alone. And for anybody who's interested, we can do, we've partnered with Genopalette, which is a genetics company, and they can do a report and tell you what types of foods work best with your body. And also they can get you a customized meal plan if that's something you're interested in, or they can also do some coaching, or they have other supplements and things like that. You can get all that through them. Just use the discount code Rejuvenate.
Do you have your phone?
If you were to do that, I do not.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Where is your phone? In the theater?
It's in the theater.
I'll be back.
You can use the discount code Rejuvenate, get 10% off anything you order, and so that's open to anybody, anywhere. For the medications, we can treat you if you are located in Georgia, North Carolina, Texas, Maryland, Louisiana, and soon to be California and Missouri. Now, if you come to the office, you can live anywhere, but you'd have to come to the office. But those are states that we can do virtual visits if you're located there. So these are the main things that we're doing. We can, if you are virtual, we can ship the medications to you. We do have to ship those overnight on ice because they do need to stay refrigerated. And so when you receive them, you need to put them in the refrigerator. What we do is we ship you 4 pre-filled syringes. So it's a once weekly injection. And the injections can be done either in the lower abdomen or in the thighs. If you have somebody to help you, you can do it in the back of the arm. It's just hard to do that by yourself. You need to rotate the site around. The syringe that we use is an insulin syringe. It's a very small needle. It's only about 1/4 of an inch long, and it's very thin. It's a 31 gauge needle, and it's really pretty painless. You barely feel the needle going in, and there's no burning or anything like that from the injection. Sometimes when you do an injection, that can sometimes burn. This is not something that would occur. Now, if you keep going in the same injection site all the time, kind of every week, over and over, sometimes you can get a little bit of an injection site reaction. So we do recommend rotating that site around. The way you do the injection is you kind of pinch the skin. Don't do it on your forearm. That's not a good place. I'm just doing it for demonstration. But you pinch the skin, and then you stick the needle in and inject the contents. So you do it on your lower abdomen or your thigh. And again, if you have somebody on the back of your arm. So it's an easy injection to do. And even people who really don't like needles find that these injections are easy to do because they're so painless. What other questions do we have?
What's the name of the website again? I just added it on YouTube. It's rejuvenatetms.com. It should be pinned on TikTok, but let me do it again. Hold on one moment. Let me give him another question. Ouch, injection. I'm out of money. Would be wasted. Someone's asking about insurance. Explain the whole insurance thing again.
Yeah,
because new people.
So for our program, because we're using the generic formulations, these are not covered by insurance. So we don't accept insurance for what we're doing, but you can use, if you have a flexible spending account or FSA or a health savings account and HSA, you can use those for our services.
So TikTok is not letting me pin the comment, even though I'm doing the spelloutof.com, but you can go to the link in my bio and you should be fine to find weight loss. But it's rejuvenatetms.com. Let me see. I just added this comment on YouTube for Dr. Purselle, but I'm not seeing it on my live, so I can pin it. I'll do it again. All right, here are some questions from YouTube. Do you have to take the meds for the rest of your life? Sonia Vick wants to know.
These are not medications that you have to take lifelong. A lot of people may take them just for a few months, get to their weight loss goal, and then they can come off. The important part, though, is that while you're using this as a tool to get to that weight, you need to be implementing lifestyle changes. You need to be changing your diet. You need to be changing your exercise habits. Because if you don't, and you go off these medications, yeah, the weight's going to come right back. If you're eating the same stuff and you're sedentary and you're not keeping the same diet. So it is very important that you're doing that while you are losing the weight with the medications. You can stay on these long term. There's no problem with that. And in fact, these medications are used to treat diabetes, and some people with diabetes are on these medications for a very long time. And so there's no problem with it other than there's a cost associated with it, a financial cost associated with it. And so yeah, if we can get you to your goal weight and you've put in the lifestyle changes and you can maintain that, you can come off of it. Some people opt to find what we call a maintenance dose. So you may be able to go on a lower dose than what you were using for the weight loss and help you hold that weight and stay on it longer term. So that is an option as well.
Do you have frequently asked question lists in your bio? I do not, but if you go to rejuvenatetms.com, there's a frequently asked question list there. Here's another question. Casey Wilson would like to know if you only have to lose 20 pounds, do you qualify?
Potentially, the qualifications, so what we're looking at is based on your BMI. So the BMI is calculated from your height and your weight. If you have a BMI of 30 or greater, you would qualify for treatment with these medications, or if you have an obesity-related complication, and there are a lot of them, 27 or greater is the cutoff for that. So even if you just need to lose 20 pounds, if you're meeting that, so for example, if you hit that 27 BMI and you have high blood pressure or sleep apnea, or you get fatigued when you're walking, or you have a lot of knee pain, anything like that that may be considered an obesity related complication, 27 is that BMI cutoff.
What is the name of the injection?
So we're doing two different ones. We're doing semaglutide, which is the generic for Ozempic and Wegovy, and we're doing tirzepatide, which is the generic for, which is Ozempic or Wegovy, and tirzepatide, which is Mounjaro, or Zepbound is their new weight loss brand, because the Mounjaro is actually for diabetes.
If the medication is successfully treating my PCOS, is it a problem to take it long term? Good question.
It is not a problem to use these medications long term, and a lot of people do that. Historically, metformin has been one of the medications that's been used for PCOS. Metformin sometimes can help with weight loss. It's not great, and certainly the results are not what we're getting with these medications. But yes, you can use these long term.
Would Rybelsus be an effective alternative to the injection?
So some people may lose weight with Rybelsus. I will say that the weight loss is not nearly what it is with these others.
What is the price for the injections?
So there are different prices. So the semaglutide starts at $350 a month.